In the month of April, I made $9,210 from one of my YouTube channels at age 20. No, it's not a joke. Yes, that's in USD, and yes, that is only from ad revenue. If you want proof, bro, here it is. I'm literally on the channel right now. I got 3.9 million views in the month of April. As you can see, $9,211. If you want, I can literally refresh the thing. I get a lot of comments from people thinking that, you know, it's not real. So here we go. I'll refresh the page, F5, and bang, there we go. 9,200. Let's go to settings. US dollars. Like, I'm not doing it in any other currency. It's literally exactly what it says. And look, the truth is, bro, I'm literally no different from any of you. I literally did this all on my own. No one came to rescue me. All I had when I first started was some really crappy Australian internet and a completely busted laptop. So look, my name's Ricky. I'm 20 years old and I've been running faceless commentary channels ever since I was 13 years old, so over 7 years now. In that time, I've now graduated from high school and I now do these channels as a full-time job. I don't go to uni. I don't have a regular trade job where I break my back for 40 hours a week to barely make a fraction of what I make now. And I'm not saying that to brag, I'm literally just saying that as a fact to let you guys know that yes, I'm actually legit. A lot of people think I'm lying, and to be honest with you, I don't blame you in thinking that. To be honest, if I was 13 years old and I saw someone at 20 who claimed that they were doing the things that I'm doing, I'd probably honestly think the same thing. So I don't blame you for being skeptical. It's actually probably a good thing. But on this channel, completely for free, I literally just teach people who were in the same situation I was when I was 13 to 15 to 17, where I basically had no idea how to run a YouTube channel and I had no one there helping me. Like, literally no one in real life I knew did YouTube. It was basically just me, and that was about it, who actually did YouTube in real life. I had no one helping me out, so I want to be that person that, you know, I wish I had when I was 13 to 15. Because now at age 20, I can basically do whatever I want. I don't have a set schedule I have to adhere to. I don't have places I need to be. Basically, I'm living the unemployed life, as, you know, people would say it nowadays. So look, there's really not much else to say, so I say we just jump straight into my YouTube analytics. And here we go. I'm literally about to show you everything. Like, as you can see, this is my channel right here. This is my channel called Glider Guy, and funnily enough, this is actually the very first channel I've ever run, and I still run it to this day. So that's the first point about this, is that there is so much longevity in this. So many of these faceless guys will show you channels where, you know, they make $40,000 in 1 week, and then the next week, you know, they get demonetized or they just stop running it. As you can see, if we've sort by oldest, this is literally the first ever channel I've ever run. As you can see, it's been around for 7 years. I started when I was 13, and I still run the channel to this day. I'm uploading basically every couple of days, and you know, I haven't stopped. There's been ups and downs, obviously, like not every single month has been consistent, and that's the first con of doing YouTube, is that, you know, you're never gonna have months that it's, you know, completely consistent like a normal job. A normal job, it's pretty simple. You work a certain amount of hours, you get paid a certain amount. On YouTube, it is absolutely not like that, let me tell you that right now. And that's one of the stresses about it. Like, that's obviously one of the cons. I'm not gonna say that it's all sunshine and rainbows, but I can tell you right now, from my perspective, it is so much better to do what I'm doing right now than to work a regular job. That's just my opinion. And a lot of you guys are probably wondering, why would I just like give away my channel name? A lot of faceless guys don't give away their channel names. They like to blur a lot of stuff, and you know, I completely understand people that want to do that, but the reason I don't is because, frankly, I don't really give a shit. I don't care if you guys see what I'm doing. In my opinion, it's so much better to be more authentic and transparent. Number one, because it makes you guys trust me a lot more, and that's probably my biggest thing with this channel, like this Ricky channel that I run, is that I want you guys to like absolutely be sure that you can actually trust me with what I'm saying. I'm not just gonna show you fake stats and fake screenshots. Like, I actually want you guys to know 100% that yes, I do run these channels. Yes, this is my actual job. Yes, I might be creating a bit more competition for myself, because realistically, me and only a few other people that I work with run channels in this specific niche right here, which I'll talk about in a few minutes, and actually make it successful and actually make a full-time living from it. Sure, I'm creating a lot of competition for myself, but realistically, I feel like the audience trust that I'm building on this channel is so much more valuable than that. So look, if you're 13 to 17 watching this video right now, I just want you to know that you're literally on a gold mine, and I would 100% be paying attention to this full video right here. Don't be scrolling around the comments. Like, get your hand off the mouse, just listen for the next however long this video is, 10 minutes or whatever it is, and I can guarantee you're gonna learn something if you actually implement what I'm about to say. So anyways, here we are in the YouTube studio. This is basically where it all is. As you can see, we're set for the month of April, so April 1st to April 30th, 2025. The current date today is the 30th of May, so this is a bit over a month ago. As you can see, in the month of April, I got basically 3.9 million views and $9,210 USD. Now, I'm from Australia, so in Australian dollars, that's, I think it was like 15,000, but realistically, like, we're talking American dollars here. In the month of April, there are a few videos, and these are all long form, by the way. None of these were short. I feel like I probably should have said that at the start, but this is all long form. In the month of April, I had, how many videos was it? I had 10 to 15 videos. It was more than 10. It was like 15. And basically, the general gist of what happened, and I'm gonna gonna make a separate video on this, is that I had a series that went extremely viral about one particular person. So this niche that I'm in is a commentary niche. So basically what I do, I'll like hover over this video right here. Basically I have Minecraft gameplay in the background, and essentially I talk about brain rot, weird kids channels, I guess weird animation channels as well. There's a few sort of different buckets of content, and I have a guy that basically just goes out and finds a ton of these channels for me to react to. And pretty simply, I just make videos every couple of days reacting to a new person, and the main idea is that we package it in a way where it's different every single time and keeps the audience engaged. The audience demographic in this channel is probably around 10 to 13, and it's probably like, you know, US people, older kids and early teenagers. That's basically what this is. So it's basically talking about kids content meant for like 5 to 6 year olds, but then packaged in a way where people who are a little bit too old for that kind of content, people who probably now think it's a little bit cringy, I now target them as like, oh hey, this is like some really cringy content right here. That's pretty much the general gist of what the channel is. And like I said, in the month of April, there's this guy that I made a video on, and it just went absolutely viral. Where was it? The Most Twisted Kids Animator. This got 879,000 views. And just for the fun of it, I'll show you guys how much this made. It's absolutely insane. 879,000 views, $1,565. Now that's a pretty terrible RPM, to be honest with you. Like, that's really not that great. The RPM was 1.79. So realistically, the RPM isn't great, but like that video right here, 9 minutes, it probably took me about 2 hours to make, if I'm being totally honest. And again, I'm not saying this to brag. I'm genuinely just saying this as a fact to let you guys know what's going on here. And the reason this video went extremely viral, and the reason I'm able to have viral videos like this that get 6-figure view counts, is because I have a few people that I work with in this specific niche. So for example, this is one of my friends, Beto999, we work with each other. And the way that I found this video idea is because I have this extension from Mr. Beast. It's called viewstats.com, and pretty much it allows you to see outliers on specific channels. So this is a channel that I'm competing with, but he's also my friend Beto, and I literally just saw that this was a 2.7 outlier, this exact channel that I reacted to. But he reacted to it first, Beto999. I literally took the idea, made it with some different packaging, that I know a lot of people in my audience demographic are gonna like, and bang, 879k. And obviously it's not that simple. There's obviously a bit of luck involved in that. Obviously I didn't predict that that was going to go as viral as it did, but it did go viral. And then basically the idea is that, you know, you just double down. I made a second video on it, 470k. And realistically, I was probably only going to make like 1 to 2, 3, 4 videos on this guy. But then I ended up making about 7, and again, I could go in huge detail about that specific series, which basically covered most of April, and I'm gonna go over that in a separate video, so make sure you guys look out for that. But basically, we ended up going back and forth. The kids animator, whose name is Shappy Sway, he ended up making videos about us, and then we actually ended up getting on a Discord call with him, me and a few other people that have made videos about him. It ended up being a whole thing. I mean, some of you guys probably have actually seen because of how big the drama actually was. But me on the Glider Guy channel, I was basically at the forefront of it, and it was literally just free eats, to be honest with you. We were getting views left and right on this sort of stuff, and then that pushed some other videos that were completely unrelated to Shappy Sway. As you can see, there's a video right here completely unrelated to Shappy, and I got 240k. Another video with 80k. This video about Rico animations got 180k. Like, it's just this sort of stuff. When you have a series as viral as this, like, it doesn't matter what you do, you can start posting other content completely unrelated and it will still blow up, literally just because of this big series. So like, as you can see, we started April pretty low, so I didn't make any Shappy Sway videos before this, and then straight off the bat, like as soon as we posted it, 211k in one day, which as you can see here, $559. The absolute biggest day that we had, I think, was when he actually responded to me. So I made a video talking about him responding, and how many views did this get in the first day? Oh my god. 254k first day, $679 in the first day. And on that specific day, we had $896, which, I mean, isn't a lot of some of the biggest faceless guys that I've seen, but god damn, being 20 years old and seeing this on a day, just like a random Thursday. I think I was actually sick that day. I think I made the video and then went to bed and then just posted it. That day, I literally just did nothing but like just watch the video explode, and then $896 in one day. Like, I mean, it's just like, personally, I think it's unbelievable. I'm not even trying to big myself up. Like that's insane for me to look at. I seriously don't deserve to have that. Again, like I've said before, I'm no different to any of you, bro. I'm no different to a lot of people that, you know, work their absolute asses off in their job. But the difference is is that I work my ass off in a vehicle that I know is proven to work. And then look, basically I just wrote out the rest of the month, and as you can see, it kind of just speaks for itself. But the interesting thing that I want you guys to know is that it's okay to experiment. So for example, a lot of these thumbnails you can see before the month of April, like this, the month of April started just about here. Before this, you can see I had a different sort of thumbnail formula. So like, firstly, the absolute number one thing you need to focus on is the thumbnails. Obviously the idea comes before the thumbnail, but like, bro, if you can't package your videos in a way that gets people to look at it, it doesn't matter how viral this shappy sway thing is. This video right here, if I didn't have this thumbnail formula right here, literally would have got 1/10 of the views. Like, it probably would have got maybe 50k. But around this time when the channel was doing okay but not incredible, is that I didn't have a thumbnail designer, right? I was doing all these thumbnails myself. And as much as I think these thumbnails are pretty good right here, they're not as good as they possibly could have been. Like, my specialty on YouTube is being able to, I guess, be entertaining on camera. I like to pride myself on that. I'm not really a loud person in like the general public. Whenever I'm outside in real life, I'm not really that loud. But on camera, I've been doing this for 7 years, so I know that I can be extremely good on camera if I want to be. But the problem I was facing is that, you know, I was starting to make a couple more channels on YouTube. Obviously, like, I run a few channels. This isn't my only channel right here. I didn't have enough time to like properly make these thumbnails good, or properly, like, you know, actually make the content good with editing itself. So around April is when I started to delegate. I actually gave myself a creative director. I decided to hire a guy. It was a few $1,000s a month, which, you know, was a pretty big risk at the time. But as you can see, it clearly paid off. Like, bro, I managed to get some insanely good concepts for thumbnails. Like, I'd love to sit here and take the credit for these thumbnails and ideas right here, but to be honest, a lot of it was my creative director, and a lot of it was an extremely talented thumbnail designer that my manager guy actually found for me. A lot of it comes down to teamwork as well. Like, to be honest, a lot of you guys that are starting out, you're going to have no one else with you, and that's absolutely fine. That's exactly what I had to do for the first few years of my, I guess, YouTube career. But bro, trust me, once you can delegate some of these tasks that you don't need to be doing, that are just taking up a lot of your time, you can not only get so many more videos out. As you can see here, I started to get videos out once every 2 days. You can hire people that can do these jobs so much better than you can. Like, there is absolutely no way I can make thumbnails like this. If I were to go into Photoshop right now and try to make a thumbnail like this, like these are all hand drawn, by the way. I have such a talented thumbnail designer, so shout out to Maiko if you're watching this video, but bro, like, these thumbnails are absolutely insane. I can basically guarantee it is like 95% of the reason these videos are getting the views that they are. And again, I'm not denying that luck comes into this, but as you can see, like, bro, when you have talented people like I do, you can end up getting months like this. Like, it really just takes a couple of years of just really big consistent effort, and it can become a reality, bro. Like, I'm not joking here, this isn't a lie. So look, like I said, I'm definitely gonna make a separate video explaining the whole series itself, because it was a pretty like huge thing. I think in total just from this series I probably made like 6k, but yeah, I'll definitely make a separate video on that. But look, if you got something out of this video right here, here is a video on screen right now that YouTube has specifically picked out for you. That might be a problem that you might be having. It might be something that can help you out. So yeah, click the video on screen right now, and I'll see you all over there. Subscribe.